On October 31st, 1917, 10 people showed up for work at Arlington Meadows Mortuary. Not one of them was ever seen again. To this day, not one clue has ever been uncovered as to the whereabouts of those 10 people, or about what happened on that fateful night. I'm Gary Sullivan, and I'll be your host as Sullivan Scarefest returns to Arlington Meadows to explore the strange events that happened there almost 100 years ago. You are looking at the site of what was formerly Arlington Meadows. Much of the surrounding land has been sold off, but the site remains a cemetery to this date. There are plenty of myths that surround this property, from sightings reported by the staff to being a staple of Halloween night pilgrimages by local teenagers. It seems everyone in this area has a story about the site of the infamous mortuary and cemetery. Although everyone seems to have a story, what seems to be in short supply are details of what actually happened there 100 years ago. In this series, we will return to Arlington Meadows to try to uncover the truth. To get a better understanding of what may have happened, we need to start at the beginning. As America approached the 20th century, the American way of death was changing. Until the mid-1800s, families cared for their own dead, many times preparing and displaying the deceased in their own homes. With the advent of embalming and the decline in the use of family cemeteries, funeral homes began to flourish. It was during this shift that Arlington Meadows moved onto a 100-acre plot of land formerly owned by local tycoon Walter Bruckman. The palatial mansion was converted to a mortuary and the surrounding land into a cemetery. Arlington Meadows, like many funeral homes at the time, was family-owned and operated. By 1917, the 10-person staff consisted of the 6 members of the Williams family and 4 employees. In their 15 years of operation, Arlington Meadows built a thriving, respected business. That would all change on the night of October 31st, 1917. In part 2 of the series, we will return to the night of October 31st, 1917. How 10 people could mysteriously vanish without a trace, and how surprisingly, not one clue of their whereabouts has ever been discovered. Until now. We'll see you next time as Sullivan Scarefest returns to Arlington Meadows.